Tennessee Titans need to ruin Mike Vrabel's revenge game, and I'm going to tell you exactly how they can do it on today's edition of Locked On Titans.
You are Locked On Titans, your daily Tennessee Titans podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome to the Locked On Titans podcast. I am your host, Tyler Rowland. Titans fans, it's a Game Plan Friday episode, and I'm going to tell you exactly how the Tennessee Titans can knock off the New England Patriots. We're going to talk about my keys to victory, including shutting down the deep passing of Drake Maye. We're going to talk about my players to watch, and no shock, Jeffery Simmons needs to ball out in this game. But I'm also going to give you my game and score predictions for what I think actually happens, give you some gambling and fantasy talk as well. Before we dive into all of it, I do want to thank you for making Locked On Titans your first listen each and every day. Remember, Monday through Friday, Tennessee Titans content all year round, always for free. Make sure that you get subscribed, stay subscribed. It's your team every day. Speaking of every day, shout out to my everydayers out there tuning in Monday through Friday. Couldn't do it without you guys. If you aren't an everydayer, you need to be one. Let's hope the Tennessee Titans start to show that growth that we've all been looking for all year. And then, of course, we're going to have a head coaching search right around the corner. So make sure that you stay locked in with the Locked On Titans podcast. But with that being said, again, how can the Tennessee Titans upset the New England Patriots, who are 7-point favorites on the road in Nissan Stadium this week? For me, it all starts with the plan for Drake Maye. The Tennessee Titans must have a plan for Drake Maye, and to me, that includes shutting down the deep ball. Drake Maye has been absolutely electric throwing deep this year, and if you're a Tennessee Titans defense that has struggled, if you're a Tennessee Titans offense that can't stay on the field, can't sustain drives, the last thing that you could do is give up big explosive plays to the New England Patriots where they're able to put a ton of points on the board, put them on the board quickly. You are not going to be able to come back from that. If you let Drake Maye hit a couple of 40, 50-yard deep passes, there's just no chance you're going to be able to recover from that. Now, look, Drake Maye has been excellent all year. There's no doubt about that. He's been great. So I'm not saying that what I'm about to propose here is absolutely going to work. But it's your best chance. Because again, if you give Drake Maye explosive plays down the field, you're making it way too easy on a Patriots offense that does have some weaknesses. The run game for the Patriots has not been there. We talked about it yesterday on the crossover episode. The Patriots do not have a very good run game. That's a big weakness for them right now, and it's kind of funny to hear that be said about a Mike Vrabel football team, that the run game isn't there, but it's 100% the truth. You look, the New England Patriots right now only running for 91 yards per game. That's 7th worst in the NFL. So it's not like the Patriots are going to be able to consistently beat you on the ground. And T'Vondre Sweat coming back from injured reserve, that's huge for the Tennessee Titans for the run defense. He obviously should make an impact there. It does hurt, though, that Femi Oladejo went on injured reserve, the Tennessee Titans rookie edge rusher, and it's even more unfortunate that Femi went on injured reserve after having his best game of the season. Like, he got 2 pressures, was tied for second most pressures for the Titans, had multiple tackles for loss in the first half, and then suffered a calf injury, and now he's going on injured reserve. So you take one of your best run defenders in T'Vondre Sweat, and you get him back in the middle of the defense, but then you lose your best run defender on the edge. It's just unfortunate that that's the way things have gone for the Tennessee Titans, but nonetheless, again, they're not playing a team that is excellent on the ground. So when you talk about putting drives together, it all comes together here. If you're able to prevent Drake Maye attacking deep down the field and you make him play with precision and accuracy and just take what the defense gives him, nickel and dime your way all the way down the field, you're not really, at least I hope, you're not going to see the Patriots dominate on the ground against the Titans, although the Titans' run defense has been absolutely terrible. But again, you hope with T'Vondre Sweat back in and a Patriots run offense that's not that great, you could see a little bit of a cancel out of weakness on weakness there for the Titans. But overall, if you prevent the deep plays and the explosive plays in the passing game and you force the Patriots to win with the run game, to win with the short passing game, then hopefully, when you do that, you make them have 10 or 12 play drives and consistently nickel and dime down the field. And when that happens, you create a better opportunity to make turnovers. And the Patriots aren't a super heavy turnover team by any means, but in both of their losses this year, they did not win the turnover battle. I mean, they had 5 turnovers against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Titans don't have the talent that the Pittsburgh Steelers have on defense, but that is in there. And turnovers have been an issue last season for the Patriots. So if you're the Titans, you're hoping, hey, we're not going to give you anything deep. We're going to make you earn everything. We're going to make you have long drives down the field. And through that, it gives you more opportunities to make a mistake. And make no mistake about it, to keep that going, if the Titans don't win the turnover battle, they have no chance. They have no chance to win this game if they don't win the turnover battle. And I don't even mean just tie it. The Titans have to have 0 turnovers, and the Patriots need to have 2 or 3. Like, the Titans' turnover advantage has to be 2 at minimum, and I think 3 to give them an actual chance to win this game. So you don't give explosive plays on the Patriots' offense to make it hard for them. That gives you more opportunities to get turnovers, and then you can take advantage of, it's not just stopping the Patriots' offense from scoring. Turnovers are going to give you short fields, better opportunities, more opportunities for the Titans' offense to actually put some points on the board, which I think is going to be a very difficult task in this game. And when we talk about the offense, it's not one of my keys to victory because it's kind of there are bigger picture things that I think matter here and will make a bigger difference. But on offense, you get those turnovers, you get those opportunities. The Titans have to attack over the middle of the field. You need to get the Patriots in your base defense. And we'll talk more about that when we talk about my players to watch in this game, because Chigakonkwo at tight end, and I guess you could sprinkle Gunnar Helm in there as well. I think they're going to be critical to the Tennessee Titans having success. But it all starts with getting more opportunities on offense, and that's going to come from winning the turnover battle. Guys, I've talked about it. This is a classic underdog game plan. You don't let the other team have explosive plays. You make them earn every first down that they're going to get with short precision passes and running the football. You get turnovers. You win the turnover battle by a lot. The Patriots just play bad. The Titans just need the Patriots to play bad. And part of that is special teams. The Titans need some luck on special teams, whether it's Chim Dike returning a punt or a kickoff for a touchdown, whether it's a blocked punt on the Patriots punt team, whether it's a blocked field goal to give them an advantage, whether it's the Titans running a fake punt or a fake field goal to get an extra first down and keep a drive going. Those are the sorts of things that have to happen in this game. An onside kick that the Titans recover, which is nearly impossible at this point in time in the NFL. But, they need to win the turnover battle. They need the Patriots to play bad. They need to get a big play on special teams that changes the game. Like, let's say, for example, the Titans go up 3-0. They get a field goal on their first drive. They get a 3-and-out stop on defense, and Chim Dike returns a punt to put the Titans up 10-0. Like, that is the kind of thing that the Titans need and the start that the Titans need to even have a chance in this game. So my keys to victory for the Titans: prevent the deep ball from Drake Maye, win the turnover battle in a significant margin, and get some sort of lucky plays on special teams. Let me know your keys to victory for the Titans down below. But now let's zoom in and talk about my players to watch in this game. Do want to let you guys know that today's episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. October 10th was World Mental Health Day, and this year we're saying thank you, therapists. Life can be tough on and off the field, and millions of mental health journeys are because therapists showed up, listened, and helped people take a step forward. BetterHelp is shining the spotlight on those connections while also making it simple for you to find support wherever you need it. Therapy moments can be life-changing, whether it's learning to better connect with your kids, healing a relationship, or finding healthy ways to manage stress, something that I focus on in therapy. If you've ever thought about trying therapy, this is a perfect reminder that help is out there. This World Mental Health Day, join us in celebrating finding the therapists who've helped millions take a step forward. If you're ready to start your own journey, BetterHelp can find you the right therapist. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/lockedon. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/lockedon. Today's episode is also brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the most fun and the most simple way to enjoy football because every day we make decisions. But on Prize Picks, being right can actually get you paid. Don't miss the excitement of this football season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Again, playing Prize Picks, so much fun, so simple. It adds a ton of excitement to football. All you have to do is pick more or less on player projections like Josh Allen passing yards or Saquon Barkley rushing touchdowns, and you're in the game. Listen, you guys tell me every single episode in the comments, on social media, I'm wrong about everything, I'm wrong about this. Well, I guess that means that you guys are right all the time. So if you're right all the time, you're going to be able to cash in on that on Prize Picks. So I would imagine my comment section is going to do very, very well with how right you guys are all the time. Make sure that you download the Prize Picks app today. Use the code LOCKEDONNFL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code LOCKEDONNFL for $50 in lineups after your first $5 lineup. It's Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Titans fans, let's continue today's edition of the Locked On Titans podcast. Getting ready for the Tennessee Titans Week 7 matchup against Mike Vrabel's New England Patriots. Again, the Titans are major underdogs in this game, but if they can pull it off, they're going to need to prevent explosive plays from the Patriots offense. They're going to need to win the turnover battle significantly, and they're going to need some special lucky plays on special teams. But continuing to drill down and zoom in, I want to look at my players to watch in this game. And number one, we start with, no surprise here, Jeffery Simmons. Jeffery Simmons is the best player on the Tennessee Titans by far. It's not even close. He's the only all-pro level player that they have. I think Peter Skoronski has been really, really good at guard this year, but, he's not quite a Quentin Nelson just yet. But Jeffery Simmons is the best interior defensive lineman in the entire NFL, and I think there is a specific place on the Patriots offensive line where Jeffery Simmons can take advantage, and it's Jared Wilson, the rookie out of Georgia. He has allowed the most pressures of any offensive lineman on the Patriots this year with 13. He has the lowest pass blocking grade per Pro Football Focus of any of the Patriots offensive linemen, regular starting offensive linemen, by a significant amount. Like, it's not even close. The next closest guy is 63.1, and it's their offensive tackle, Morgan Moses. You have Jared Wilson down at 45.2. Now, he hasn't officially allowed a sack all year, but the pressures are getting there, and I think that Jeffery Simmons can baptize Jared Wilson all game long. Like, imagine being a rookie mid-rounder and having to deal with Jeffery Simmons. Now, of course, anytime you're playing on the interior, you're going to need some help. Like, Jared Wilson's going to get help from the center. They're going to slide protection to Jeffery Simmons. But here's a reality, and it's something that my guy Nick Cattles talked about yesterday. Garrett Bradbury is the center for the New England Patriots, and he's had a very, very good season. Like, he has had a very good year, no doubt about it. So I'm not here telling you that Garrett Bradbury has been bad. But as Nick talked about, Garrett Bradbury is not a big physical offensive lineman. He's more of an agile guy. He's more of a guy who uses his finesse and his athleticism to win. And when you're playing against T'Vondre Sweat, you're playing against Jeffery Simmons, those are large human beings. So and what I would do is I would make sure that you have T'Vondre Sweat over the center all game long. If they're going to double team Jeffery Simmons, I don't want it to be the center that can help with that, because that's going to be the easiest way. I want you to have to slide your tackle in to help with Jeffery Simmons, and then maybe you got to leave a tight end in to deal with an edge or deal with a cornerback blitz, or maybe you got to slide really hard one direction, and that can open up holes to blitz on the other side. You got to use Jeffery Simmons against Jared Wilson. You got to put T'Vondre Sweat head up on the center, Garrett Bradbury, and take advantage there. I think that has to be the move. And listen, when the Patriots ultimately do slide their protection to Jeffery Simmons, I think it's important to blitz Cedric Gray in the B gap on the opposite side. You're going to have your tackle, like a Will Campbell or a Morgan Moses, going out to deal with the edge rusher. And if the interior offensive line needs two guys to take Jeffery Simmons and one guy to take T'Vondre Sweat, well, then who is going to be there to protect the B gap where a linebacker can blitz through? That's going to be a task. So I think not only does Jeffery Simmons have to dominate this matchup and create those turnovers on his own, but I think using Jeffery Simmons as a gravity hub to pull the offensive line to him and create openings for other players to get through on the blitz, I think that's going to be critically important for the Tennessee Titans. There is no player more important in this game than Jeffery Simmons. The problem is Mike Vrabel knows that too. So I think the Patriots will sell out to stop Jeffery Simmons. But again, you got to let his gravity take care of that. Now, the next player that I'm looking at is Jalen Armour-Davis. We saw Kayshon Boutte, the number 2 wide receiver for the New England Patriots, dominate last week. We've also seen the Titans go with the Bill Belichick classic approach of, hey, we're going to put our best cornerback, L'Jarius Sneed, on your number 2 wide receiver, Kayshon Boutte, and then we're going to have the entire Titans defense otherwise deal with Stephon Diggs. I don't think that's the route that you want to go here. I think you want to put L'Jarius Sneed on Stephon Diggs, and then you need Jalen Armour-Davis to have a decent game against Kayshon Boutte. He's got to have a good game. The Patriots don't have a lot of great weapons on offense right now. Like, outside of Stephon Diggs and Boutte, their tight ends, Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper, are decent. We know about Austin Hooper, but Hunter Henry is the real true weapon there. Mac Hollins, that's a Nick Westbrook-Akine level wide receiver. He can make plays. I wanted Mac Hollins on the Titans a couple of years ago. Like, he's a great blocker, a play on special teams, big physical guy. He can do a little bit of something in the passing game as well. But rookie Kyle Williams hasn't done a lot. Demario Davis, Pop Douglas, I think he's a major threat with his speed, but he hasn't been a guy who's been overly impressive this year, only 10 catches on the year. Boutte and Diggs are by far their best receiving options, and I think if Kayshon Boutte or Stephon Diggs is able to just dominate Jalen Armour-Davis like we saw Marvin Harrison Jr. do against the Cardinals, it's just going to be tough, all right? Even Trey Tucker had some good success against Jalen Armour-Davis as well. So if he is just an absolute liability, and it hurts even more because Jarvis Brownlee Jr. is like the best player on the Jets defense already. And the Jets, excuse me, it makes me sick to my stomach to talk about it, but the Jets have just had rave reviews for Jarvis Brownlee Jr. He's been excellent since he got there. And like, no surprise, Jarvis Brownlee Jr. is a good player, and we knew that, which made the decision to trade him even more confusing. But nonetheless, if Jalen Armour-Davis gets absolutely wrecked in this game, then the Titans are in trouble. Now, my final player to watch is on the offensive side of the ball, and it's Chigakonkwo. Okay? So, where I think the Patriots are most vulnerable on defense is through the middle. Okay? Their linebackers and their safeties are vulnerable in coverage. Whether you're talking about Craig Woodson, who my guy Nick Cattles talked about yesterday, has given up a 136.1 passer rating when he's been thrown at. This year, he's given up 11 catches on 12 targets, has been susceptible. You look at their linebacker group, Robert Spillane. Spillane is a physical player, but he's terrible in pass coverage. They still have Jack Gibbons out there. Jack Gibbons, we know, not good in pass coverage. Kyle Duggar, one of their starting safeties, awful in pass coverage. Whether it be Christian Ellis, whether it be There are other safety who's slipping my mind right now. Jalen Hawkins. These guys are guys that can be attacked. Where the Patriots have their best coverage guys is their corners. Marcus Jones, Christian Gonzalez, who's a great player. That is where you don't want to attack, is on the outside, on the perimeter. You need to attack over the middle of the field, and this gives me some hope because Cam Ward is at his best over the middle of the field. So I think what the Titans need to do here is they need to go heavy personnel. They need to go 2 tight ends, 3 tight ends. Get the Patriots in their base defense where there's safeties and there's more linebackers, okay? That's what they need to do, and then they need to use their tight ends. They don't have a tight end that could cover Chigakonkwo one-on-one, and the Patriots are one of the worst teams in the NFL in yards after catch allowed. They aren't being beat deep down the field consistently. They're being beat over the short, intermediate areas of the field, and then their linebackers are slow, their safeties are slow, and teams are able to get away from them and create yards. So Chigakonkwo, great with yards after catch, great speed, and can win over the middle of the field. Like, the game plan is simple. You need your tight ends to have a big game. That's simple. It really is that simple. That has to be the case for the Titans in this game. So use heavy personnel. Get guys on the field that are slower and easier to take advantage of. Yeah, the Patriots are 7th in the NFL, or 8th in the NFL in yards after catch allowed. They don't blitz a ton. Their pressure rate against quarterbacks is middle of the road. Like, this isn't a defense that has an incredible pass rush. This isn't a defense that has great athleticism at linebacker. The Titans have to take advantage of that. Now, that can be one of 2 ways. Like I said, multiple tight ends on the field, and then have your tight ends break into the outside, or you could spread it out with 5 wide in those same like if the Titans had 12 personnel, which is 1 running back, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. And then because Gunnar Helm and Chigakonkwo are both comfortable split out, spread them out into 5 wide and then hit in-breaking routes towards the linebackers with those tight ends. I think that is a very simple thing the Titans can do to make Cam Ward comfortable and take advantage of a weakness of the New England Patriots. But again, those are the players that I'm watching for: Jeffery Simmons, Jalen Armour-Davis, and Chigakonkwo. But now it's time to give you guys my predictions for what I think actually happens in this football game. Do want to let you know that today's episode is brought to you by Mazda. Mazda crafts cars for those who do more than simply move. Mazda delivers confidence with every ride, with more IIHS Top Safety Pick awards than anyone else as of August 2025. Whether it be footwork, whether it be breath work, we know that athletes sweat all the details, and Mazda brings this same intention to how they craft every model. You could feel the Japanese craftsmanship in every detail, from the metallic accents to the available Napa leather upholstery. You can make everyday drives feel like anything but, from smooth handling to intuitive controls. With all-wheel drive standard in every crossover SUV, you can drive with confidence through almost any season. I've told you guys before, I have a Mazda CX-5 at home, and I absolutely love it. I know you guys will love a Mazda as well. Like our favorite players, Mazda sweats every detail, because when you make every move count, impossible becomes irrelevant. It's Mazda. Move and be moved. Today's episode is also brought to you by Rougier. What do you get when you have a bald eagle standing on top of a silverback gorilla riding a T-Rex? The answer: confidence. Pure confidence. And if you're looking for something beyond the usual pill, it's time to meet Rougier Go Long. Again, we're talking confidence. That's exactly where Rougier Go Long comes in. This isn't just another ED pill. It's a total game changer for your confidence. Go Long combines 2 doctor-trusted medications into 1 dual-action formula, so you can get hard and go the distance. The effects can last up to 36 hours. That's confidence all day, all night, and even into the next day. The process is simple. You get connected with a board-certified doctor 100% online, and if prescribed, your treatment ships discreetly right to your door. Again, If prescribed, your treatment will ship discreetly right to your door, ready to level up your confidence in the bedroom. Head to Rugiet, that's RUGIET.com, and use the promo code LOCKEDONNFL for 15% off your first order. Once again, that's RUGIET.com, promo code LOCKEDONNFL. Make sure to use our code so they know that we sent you. Titans fans, let's cap off today's edition of the Locked On Titans podcast. Got some predictions to make here. I went over my keys to victory, my players to watch. Now I want to tell you guys how I think this game actually ends up. Before I do, thanks again for making Locked On Titans your first listen each and every day. Remember, I'm going to be going live immediately after the game on Sunday to break down whatever happens in this one. If the Titans pull off an upset, it'll be one of the best wins that they've had in quite some time. But if things go the way that I'm thinking, might be quite a bit to discuss as to what is continuing to go wrong. And with that being said, again, looking at my game and score prediction for this one, I said it yesterday, but I just don't think that the Tennessee Titans have a real chance here. I know that we've talked about the post-fire head coach bump. Like, it is statistically true that after a head coach is fired, the team usually does play a little bit better. But here's the problem. I think that is going to be canceled out entirely by the motivation that the Patriots will have to play for their head coach. This isn't a normal game for the Patriots. If the Titans were playing the Jets or, the Seahawks or something like that, the Chargers are on the schedule soon, or even a division opponent like the Jags or the Colts or the Texans, I think that post-firing head coach bump would mean a lot more. But I think the emotional uptick from firing the head coach is going to be canceled out by the emotional uptick that the Patriots are going to have from this Mike Vrabel circumstance and him coming back to Tennessee. I think the Patriots dog walk the Titans in this one. I don't think it's close at all. I think it's 31-10, and I think for most of the game, it's going to be the Titans with 3 points. I think the Titans get a late garbage time touchdown just to barely get to double digits. Bo Hardegree is still calling plays. It's still going to be Brian Callahan's offense. You can't make significant schematic changes in the amount of time that the Tennessee Titans have here. Like Monday to Sunday, you're not going to overhaul the entire offense and install a brand new scheme that's totally different. So what they're working with here is just not a lot. And there's not enough time, not enough change to actually make a big difference. The Patriots are playing great football. The Titans secondary is going to get smoked by Drake Maye. The Titans thought Drake Maye couldn't run around last year. What are they going to say this year? You know what I mean? This is going to be a Drake Maye, Mike Vrabel coming out party. They're going to be 5-2. The Titans are going to go to 1-6. Titans are in the gutter. All the national narrative is going to be the Titans are absolute morons for letting Mike Vrabel go, and now he landed on his feet and is with a better partner and blah, blah, blah. And it's just, the reality is it's just going to be more crapping on the Titans. And there's just no way that I think it'll go any other way other than that. So hate to say it, hate to hear it, I'm sure, but I think the Titans get absolutely rolled in this one, 31-10. Now, as for keeping it plus 100, the Titans are 7-point underdogs at home. If I think they lose by 21, I'm not taking the Titans plus 7. Now, 41.5, I would take the under on that because I think the other way that this game would go is it would be like 24-3. I do not see an outcome in this game where it goes over 41.5 points. You guys know I hate doing over-unders. I just hate over-unders. It's not what I like to do. I never write at those. But I don't see a path to where the Titans could score enough points for this to go over 41.5. I simply don't see that. So not only am I in on this, I think the Patriots -7, that's one of my madman's best bets for Locked On NFL as well. Like, I am smashing the Patriots -7. I might do a little alt line of like Patriots -9.5 or -13.5. This is going to be a disaster is what it's about to be. Now, finally, My beautiful, dark, twisted fantasy player of the game, I mentioned it earlier, but I think it's going to be Chigakonkwo. And whether the Tennessee Titans do surprise me and play well, or whether the game goes exactly like I'm expecting, and the Titans will be down by 20 most of the time, who always does well in garbage time? Chigakonkwo. Because he's going to chip on an edge rusher, and then he's going to catch little dump-offs from Cam Ward. He's probably going to have 6 catches for 75 yards. And whether the game goes well or the game doesn't go well, I don't think that changes. So I think Chigakonkwo is the best possible under-the-radar fantasy player that you could have this week. The Patriots' run defense is incredible, averaging 83 yards allowed per game. The Titans only average 81 yards per game on the ground. The run game has completely fallen off. I think that's one of the bigger surprises of the season. So I don't want anybody in the run game. The outside receivers are screwed. Tyler Lockett is a corpse, so I wouldn't want him on the inside either. I think Chigakonkwo is the best possible option for an under-the-radar fantasy player. If you're dealing with buys or injuries and season-long, if you're looking to put together a daily fantasy lineup, Chigakonkwo is the way to go. But that's going to do it for me today, folks. As always, I am your host, Tyler Rowland, and this was Locked On Titans.